Hi, I'm Clair Mellenthin. I'm a licensed clinical social worker and registered play therapist supervisor. I am thrilled to be coming to Belgrade this spring to present a 3-day conference titled Unlocking the Unspeakable. In this 3 days, you will be learning how attachment centered play therapy can treat a myriad of difficulties within the family systems. We'll also be addressing the impact of trauma and what trauma does both to the developing brain of a child, as well as how it impacts relationships, how it manifests itself in behaviors and is oftentimes misdiagnosed. Um, and then what do we do about this? So you'll be learning a toolbox of take-home interventions that you can begin practicing immediately with the families that you work with in your own clinical world. So my hope is during these 3 days that we will have time to answer questions, discuss case studies. I will be speaking and training on several different play therapy interventions that I've developed over the years. And we will have time to really network with one another and build bonds of community among professionals, because my belief is that work that we do is too big to do all by ourselves, and we need one another's expertise and experience in building bridges of communication and care for the communities that we serve. Many people have asked, what is attachment-centered therapy? And how is attachment-centered play therapy different from just family play therapy? So, attachment centered play therapy is a model that I have developed over the last several years. And this isn't a technique, it's not a 10 steps, like, ta da, all families are cured. But what it does is that it really helps the clinician learn how to be present and to assess for attachment, not only current attachment patterns, but how attachment patterns between parent and child have been impacted by trauma, by abuse, by neglect, by the bumps and bruises that life sometimes brings to us. And then as we are assessing what our family needs, we're looking at our families in terms of what are the attachment needs that this family has. And then how can we best formulate a treatment plan to address these attachment needs? Because once we do that, we are creating safety, we're creating security, we are creating a secure base and a safe place inside and out for both parent and child to have a parallel process of healing and learning how to trust one another and engage with each other in adaptive ways instead of the more typical maladaptive ways that may have led to a referral to help in the first place. My belief in play therapy is that we have to bring the parent into the process. So we can't expect the most vulnerable, least powerful person in this system to make lasting change. That's an unrealistic expectation to give to a young child. And when we only focus on the individual child in our clinical work, we're sometimes missing the bigger picture. And what my goal is educating clinicians on how we can do this most successfully, and as well as training and teaching and engaging the parents in the play therapy process, not just as an observer of the child's natural process of play and healing, but really as an integral part of our treatment team, where they are doing the hands-on work right from the beginning as they're doing their own healing and growing and learning alongside their child. And so I am so looking forward to coming out to Belgrade this spring. I have a passion for working with communities where they've experienced trauma, and I know that in Eastern Europe there's been no shortage of difficulties and challenges that the families and communities have been faced with. And my hope is by attending this conference, you will be better equipped to work in the communities where you are currently located. Because trauma is no respecter of persons. And we know that every single human is going to be experiencing trauma. And they're going to not only experiencing these big life-changing traumas of a natural disaster or war or some of these man-made traumas that our world is facing currently. But the more silent traumas or secret traumas, of those relational traumas and the impact of those on family systems. I think sometimes we forget how important it is to treat those as well. And so I hope you will join me in a few short months. If I can answer any questions, you're welcome to reach out to me. My website is clairMellenthin.com, and you can always find me on YouTube as well as on social media. So please come join me in this journey, and I will look forward to hearing from you and seeing you soon. Thanks so much, and keep playing.